All right, everybody, welcome to our Facebook Live. We're in a very interesting scenario now. We are in pure darkness, so if you see, I'm trying to light myself with my phone, because if I don't, you won't see me at all. So the whole purpose of this lesson today is going to be how to paint with light. You'll notice that I have glow sticks around my shoulders. I've got one on my arm. Dan's got one on his arm. I've got to keep a light on my face the whole time while I'm teaching. So know that the most of this lesson is going to be in the darkness. Can you even see the string lights?
Yeah, you definitely see the string lights.
So you notice those string lights that we have there? We're going to be turning those string lights off. Okay, so let's talk about what light painting is. When you take a photograph, you're actually recording the light that's already there. With light painting, you're reversing that whole concept where you're blacking out everything entirely. That means no light sources whatsoever, except for the light sources that you want to draw with. I know you've all seen the light painting. It was our last week's weekly challenge of the long exposures. What we're going to be doing here is having an extremely long shutter speed, so like 15 seconds, 13 or 30 seconds. That means like my camera's literally open for 30 seconds long, okay? During that 30 seconds, in pure blackness like you see here, we will be turning these string lights off so that we're in pure darkness. That means my camera is opening and closing, and it's pure darkness. Anything that's in motion during that 30-second shutter speed, if it's light, will have light trails, okay? So what I'm trying to tell you right now is you can draw, literally pencil in light into your photographs with using different kinds of light sources, like my flash, like my flashlight on my camera, or like the glow sticks that I have with me, or a lamp, or whatever kind of laser pointer, any kind of light source you can think about you can light paint with. And we're going to show you this right now. So I'm going to try to keep this on me, but what we're going to do is we're going to run you through 3 different types of light painting steps, okay? So I think what we need to do first is, let's take these off around me.
I thought you were going to a rave or something.
That's what I feel like I'm doing. Can you see me okay still with the...
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to have, I'm going to walk people through my technique here, because you're going to run into this problem when you're light painting. Yeah. When it's like this, you have nothing to focus on. So you need an immediate light source to highlight your area that you want to be light painting in to focus on. So what I'm going to do here is switch positions with my brother. We're going to switch phones so he can light himself, and so I can show you what I'm talking about here. Because when it goes pitch black, your lens has nothing to focus on, okay? So I'm going to give my brother my phone. I'm going to take the phone in his hand so that he can hold it up to his face like this, so I can get behind the camera and focus on his face. Then he's going to hide this, and then I'm going to show you how to light paint, okay? All right, let's see your face, Dan. All right, you see his face there? Okay. Dan, go ahead and turn those lights off. Turn the string lights off first. Now, what we're doing right now is we're blacking out everything. So we're going completely dim. Now, here's where you run into the problem. You have to focus on something. So Dan, go ahead, bring the flashlight to your face. Now I have something to focus on, okay? So now I need to look through my viewfinder. I'm going to rest my phone on top of my camera while I look through my viewfinder. I'm using AFS to focus on his face. You hear the beep? Okay. That means I'm focused. Now, I'm going to switch my camera to manual focus so it doesn't attempt to readjust. Okay. So I'm going to do that now. Switch it to manual. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to switch positions with Dan and show you the most basic form of light painting, and it's going to be a 30-second exposure. Okay. So let's do that. Now that's my counter. Now I'm going to show you the most basic part of light painting now. Is where we draw pictures. So what kind of picture do I want to draw here? Well, anytime I move this and wave it, right now I'm drawing a circle, okay? Right now I'm drawing a circle in my photograph itself because my camera is open. Now I can do horizontal lines, okay? So what I'm expecting right now is going to be something of a compass, because I'm envisioning the lines that I'm drawing as I'm drawing them, okay? Now I haven't counted my timer, but let's just say I want to go out at this angle, and now I want to go out at this angle, and now I want to go out at this angle. And now let's see the results that I just painted. I painted with light, with a light source. Remember, It's completely black out here. So any light source you get to move in motion, and since it's in motion, it's a blurred light effect, which gives you the trails, okay? Look at what I just created, okay? I created that with blacking out the entire, so it has to be at night, complete blackness. Put your sensor, your image sensor, in complete darkness. Open your shutter speed to like 30 seconds long. So actual time, 30 seconds long, okay? Dan, turn the lights back on. String lights. All right, so that was one example. That was one example of how you can do light painting. There is infinite amount of examples that you can do with light painting. Misty Bernard, if you're on right now,
She commented, she can't wait, been wanting to know
I
how
saw
to do
you do light painting outside the box. A+ work, okay? You can do anything with light painting. You can do anything. Now, we're gonna take it a little bit more advanced now. What we're gonna do is do the same shot, but I'm gonna use multiple light sources this time. We're gonna use 2 glow sticks. Dan's gonna have a glow stick in each arm, and I'm gonna be behind him, rim lighting him from behind. So I'm just gonna be lighting the edges of behind him, okay? So this is a 2-part process. This light painting process is a 2-part process. What we're gonna be doing here is Dan's gonna be twirling, creating different patterns. He's gonna be drawing with light, but in the background, I'm gonna be behind him with my flashlight, highlighting him out of the background. Oh yeah, I always forget that I'm wearing a microphone, so I talk louder because he's getting further away with the video camera.
Yelling.
Okay, so what we're gonna do now is have 2 glow sticks circling, and then I'm gonna select him out of those glow sticks by lighting him also during the light painting session. So let's go ahead, Dan, turn the lights off. And remember, I'm still on manual focus, everybody, so my position hasn't changed. That's why I changed my focus to manual focus. So I'm going back to pure darkness. I have nothing left to focus on, but if I'm on the same position, if I'm in the same distance away from the lens itself, the focus will still be there. I don't have to worry about my focus, okay? So we're gonna play this one out. Remember, we got 2, you got your glow sticks?
Yep.
What colors you got?
Red and...
Let's give you, if I got blue in my pocket, let's give you that. That blue is dying.
Blue's a hard one.
Red and, no, let's do,
Blue, right?
all right, do that. So, like I said, we're gonna have twirling circles, and then we're gonna have a silhouetted Dan backlit from my rim lighting behind him, okay? So I'll be explaining it as I'm doing it. I have my camera set to self-timer mode right now, so my self-timer delay is 10 seconds. So as soon as I press my shutter release button, I've got 10 seconds to get into position, all right? So Dan, you ready?
Yep.
All right. 1, 2, 3 is the start of 10-second delay.
I want to keep it in my pocket, do I?
Now I'm behind my brother right now, hiding myself, okay? Go ahead, start spinning, Dan. You can spin him a little faster. And now what I'm doing is I'm backlighting his head, creating a rim light around him, which creates a profile. As I wave my camera phone's flashlight around his head, you'll notice that I'm actually gonna be creating a silhouette of my brother with the light blurs transitions that he's creating right now, along with the light that I'm painting behind him, okay? And the longer that you hold a light in a position, the more light's going to be absorbed into your image sensor. So, Dan, go ahead and grab that phone. And you guys, we're doing this live. I don't know what these results exactly are because this is a form of art that you have to play with a lot depending on how bright your light source is, what your aperture set to. I don't know what these results look like. I have no idea what this is about to look like, but I have an idea. Remember I said I wanted a rim light backlit subject. Let's see what this looks like. Boom. Look at what I just created, okay? That's Dan spinning 2 different glow sticks and me rim lighting him from behind with my flashlight, okay?
Red, white, and blue, baby.
Red, white, and blue. So we want to take it another step further now to end this tutorial. Dan, go ahead and turn the string lights on. All right. So what we're going to be doing now is we are going to be light painting Dan. Look, show me. We're going to be light painting Dan into 3 different sitting positions in one photograph, okay? 3 different spots in one photograph. We do that by turning everything black. We turn our camera to a 30-second shutter speed, And every 10 seconds we switch positions. He's gonna be sitting on that bench, he's gonna be sitting on that rock, and then he's gonna be sitting at our bistro set, okay? But I'm gonna paint that all in through coordinated timing with my brother. So we have a 10-second delay, you're gonna hear me count it out, okay? So let's get mounted back up, and this is the other possibilities here, everybody. This is the other possibilities with light painting. And these are just 3 options. You can do anything you want with light paint. But what I'm doing now, what my task at hand is, what my purpose is, what I'm trying to do here is get my brother in 3 different sitting positions in the same photograph, all right? Dan, go ahead, cut the string lights. And I'm gonna be lighting him with my flashlight, okay? And just so you know, we did time this out beforehand because this is a complicated task.
And it's pitch black.
And it's pitch black, and we're not, in fact, that's why we're wearing these wristbands, is because we don't trip over my tripod and trip my camera over. So we know where each other are, okay? Hopefully everybody can see us. This is kind of a new thing for us, so. Okay, so remember, the goal here is to get Dan in 3 different sitting positions in the same photograph during a 30-second duration. So I'm gonna be counting this out, okay? Remember, I have a 10-second delay, so this is an actual 40-second process of a 30-second exposure because it takes 10 seconds after I press my self-timer for the photo to actually start, for my camera to actually open, okay? So let's get started. Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just sit still. 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm lighting him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get ready with your glow sticks. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm lighting with my brother with my flashlight now, but he's also twirling those. Go ahead, let's switch positions. We probably got 10 seconds left. 1, 2, 3, 4, go ahead. Okay, so what you guys just saw was a creative run through of
I didn't actually see anything.
Right. Well, hopefully you saw a little bit.
Well, they just heard.
Let's turn the string lights back on. I have no idea what these results look like, okay? We're in the dark area. When you're in the nighttime area, when you're doing light painting, you're gonna have problems focusing. You need to check your focus. You need to practice. You need to make sure that whatever you're doing is going to have mistakes. Understand that when you do light painting, you're gonna have the mistakes, but when you find the mistakes, that's where you actually find the gold, okay? 3 different sitting positions. Let's see if we accomplished it, okay?
I got high hopes.
Oh my God.
Get the focus in there. Boom, baby.
Can you focus it even better? Let's zoom in a little bit. So what I did there with 1 exposure was I got my brother to sit here, to sit here, and to sit here. So you can see with long exposures, you're able to do light painting, you're able to draw out your shutter speed so you can actually draw with light. When you drag out your shutter speed, and when I say drag out your shutter speed, I mean like 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 50, actual time, like 30 seconds. The photo that you just saw us take, which I will be posting in the group later, was a 30-second exposure. We're zooming way in on shutter speed right now, okay? You need to understand that shutter speed is in real time, and when you understand when shutter speed is in real time, my camera was actually absorbing light for 30 seconds long. It was our movements of hiding the light as we transitioned from sitting position to sitting position. It was our movements of hiding the light source as we moved and then lighting it at the right time that created the results that you just saw there, okay? So light painting is something that Pablo Picasso was an absolute master at. If you're interested in that, I suggest that you Google him, look up Pablo Picasso light painting, because he was a master of this strategy, of this tactic, and it closely resembles his painting style. So that was long exposures and light painting. Trust me, there's infinite possibilities out there, but what you just saw was 3 just random examples of ways you use light painting. I would love to see other people do this in a creative way and think outside the box.